Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Today we are making Valentines by ourselves. We don't need no stinking store Valentines. We need to make them ourselves. We're excited and we're ready. So these are really inexpensive, guys. They're not expensive at all. They're probably like $1/4 a piece depending on the supplies you use. So most of my supplies, if not all of them, came from the Dollar Tree crafter section. So the first thing that I'm doing to make our first Valentine is I am cutting out some hearts. So I made one, I don't know, it's probably about 4 or 5 inches across, and then I'm making a smaller one. So the first paper that I'm using is gorgeous. It's probably my favorite paper that came out of the pack. And again, I've showed this in a different haul, but I got this from the Crafter's Square, and it is a little bag filled with little pieces of scrap paper. So they're all about the size of that pink paper that you're seeing in the video. So I don't know, maybe like 7 inches across, maybe about yay wide, but they're pretty good sizes. And it's like, instead of having to clip from magazines and stuff, you already have little bits of paper to play with. So I got them for junk journaling to begin with, but they've wound up being really, really helpful in all kinds of DIYs and even making Christmas tags. I use them. So what I'm doing here is I've decided to use the first heart as the base for our Valentine. And then I'm using the second heart and just offsetting it a little bit lower to give it some dimension. So this is the kind of Valentine that you would hand out and you would write on the back to or from. In this case, I'm probably not going to hand this one out, so I'm not writing it. I'm just going to leave the back blank. But just know that if you were going to give these out for, like, you know, little workplace, a little something, or for your kids' Valentine's crafts, you could have always put the names on the back. But what I've decided to do is I used double-sided tape to attach the smaller heart to the bigger heart. And then I'm using these really cute, they weren't in the Valentine section, interestingly enough. They were in the sticker section in the Crafter's Square and Dollar Tree. And it's like 7 little tags that have something to do with love. All of them have something to do with love. This one says, I think it says it might just say always love or love calling, something like that. But it has a little phone on it, like a vintage black hand phone. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then when I was done, I decided it needed something in the other corner to help balance out the smaller heart. So I thought, okay, I have this really gorgeous, totally inexpensive $1.25 ribbon. I couldn't think of the word for some reason. That was weird. It's ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just making a faux bow. So the way to do that is if you watch this, you can see that I placed a dot of glue right where I wanted the center of my bow to be. And then I folded my ribbon in half and set the very center point into the glue so that you have 2 equal length tails. And then you just cross them over, leaving just a little bit for the actual like bow part of the bow. So you can see that it's just crossed over. And that way you don't get like a big bulky thing that you have to glue down. It's pretty flat in the center. That's also why I'm using double-sided tape in most of these projects, is because it doesn't like leave a raised area. So if I put hot glue down, there would be a bump. You could see it through the paper, but I really love that double-sided tape. That's one of my favorite hacks ever, is to use the double-sided tape when you're crafting. So easy. And that also comes from the Dollar Tree Crafter section, guys. So easy. So I wanted something to just kind of bedazzle the inside of that bow, the very center part. So I decided to use some of this pearl wrap. It's really, really cool, again, from the Dollar Tree, and there's a lot. So I just clipped out a small, about like a square rectangle piece of it, and I put it there in the center of the bow just to kind of give it some excitement. And then I am taking and dovetailing the ends of this bow just to make it look really finished. To dovetail the ends, you just fold the piece of fabric in half and you cut a triangle upwards from the outer corner. So that way you get this little double edge there. You can see that. Okay, so for our next Valentine, I decided to go with like a purple theme. So I really love pink for Valentine's. It's like my theme, although I don't know, I love the other colors too, but I just really wanted to do pink this year. But whenever I think of the little candy conversation hearts, I always think of the purple ones because they're just my favorite. Such a beautiful color, purple. But in my scrap bag of paper, there was this gorgeous purple one. So I was like, yes, we have to do a purple one. So in this case, I just decided to cut out squares and kind of make it a little more compact in this one. So I took some of my purple paper and then I laid another purple paper about 3/4 of the way down there. And I layered that so that way we could get that sparkle, but also that beautiful lavender. And this paper that I'm putting on right now is like a pearlescent white. So I just cut another square out, and that's going to help the sticker and all of the, the gems that we're going to put on there. That'll really pop with that white paper. These stickers were also from the Dollar Tree Crafters section, and they are like raised puffy stickers that look like locks and keys. How cute is that for Valentine's Day? And you can see I'm just playing around, and you will want to play around with the placement and where you want to put things. But what's good is if you want to make this exact card or the last exact card or the next exact cards, all of the supplies are right there in Dollar Tree for you to do it. So I decided that I also needed to put a little something on the other side of that white. So I decided to kind of keep with my theme by adding some more of that pearl wrap. I love the pearl wrap because it's adhesive on the back. So you just have to cut out the size that you need and then attach it. So I really think the lock and the key look so cute. So we're putting our little pearl treasure on the end, and I just cut out a piece that fit that white edge on the other side, and it really looks gorgeous. It kind of gave it even a lace effect. I'm gonna pick it up and show you, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, don't you see? It looks kind of lacy on the end. I love it. So cute. So I found this sticker from that pack of stickers, and I felt like it really fit the size. I would have loved to have gotten something with a purple background to match this. I feel like that would have really completed the look a little better, but this size one really worked well. So for the next Valentine, I'm going to go a little more trendy. So if you've been in the stores to see what they have out for Valentine's Day, there is a lot of animal print, specifically the cheetah leopard. I was about to mix those two, or the shepherd. Cheetah and leopard print. I am a huge fan of animal prints. They're so pretty to me. I mean, like, seriously. They're so gorgeous, but they're also very, like, to me, sophisticated. When I see it, I'm like, ooh, girl, you looking cute. Okay, so this Valentine is inspired by my love of animal print and what the stores are putting out. So if you want to be trendy this year, throw in some leopard print into your decor. All I did was I took some black paper and I cut out a kind of like wonky shape. So it's kind of cloud shaped. I thought that would be fun to kind of match our cheetah spots. And this that I'm cutting out right now is actually just a jewelry bag. So I got a couple of earring sets, and they came in this bag, and I was like, I'm keeping this. I am going to use this for something. And I finally figured out what I'm going to use it for. So I just cut out another kind of cloud shape, and I'm just setting it in there on a little closer to one side. That way we get kind of like a raised look, right? So it kind of looks like it's coming up out of the black paper. And to offset that black and brown kind of muted color, I decided that we would use a true Valentine fire engine red. These are those hot pants red, like these are like luscious lips red. I love this color. It makes me want to, use the red. And every year I say I'm only going to do pink, and I always wind up throwing something in that's a little redder, but It's okay. In this case, it will definitely be on this Valentine that I'm making. So I'm cutting out a heart, but since I did kind of like a wonky, squiggly shape, I decided to make my heart a little wonky too. So one side of my heart is a little bigger on purpose. I really thought that added a lot of like really cute flavor to this. So I'm going to attach this on top of my cheetah print paper, although I will say, looking at it now, I think I might have preferred to put it on the other side, but that's okay. We learn from our mistakes and we move on. So right now what I'm using to make like another little background area on this Valentine is a label. So this is in the section that is usually kind of adjacent to the crafters square. This is the stationery area where they have all their pens and pencils and envelopes and like mailing packages stuff, but it's just a little label, and I really liked them for writing stuff, especially when you're junk journaling. And then I took a cute matching sticker and I put it on there, and that's the end of that little Valentine. It looks so adorable. Might be my favorite one. For the next Valentine, I decided to do something a little more traditional. So I decided to stick with my pinks on this. I'm using a hot pink to make this really cute Valentine heart. And then I'm taking my pale pink to fold over to make one of those like flip over cards. Like, so this is just like, to me, this is like the traditional Valentine card shape where it's just folded over, you write on the inside. So I love that pearl pink. I couldn't not use it again. And I just cut it to the size that I wanted. And then I'm using this butterfly. It is so pretty. This again is in the sticker section, and it's very like 3D. So the back is flat, and then it has this plastic over the top that really makes it look like the wings move. It looks very realistic. I really like these, and I was excited to find them. And they have them in lots of colors, but I loved this hot pink. So I'm setting that on the side of the card, and I actually really think that that would be cute enough on its own. But I wanted to add a little spice. So I'm taking that hot pink heart and I'm just putting it on the other side to kind of mirror that butterfly that's flying away. And then to just add a little something in the middle to really finish this card off, I got this sticker that just fits perfectly in the center of that heart, and it says "Love you always," and I just thought it was so sweet. And here is the finished card, and it opens and closes great, and it sits perfectly on a table or would fit right into a Valentine box for a kiddo. And on the inside, I'm going to write the to and from. I'm using just a Sharpie, but you could definitely get like some rub-on transfers that said like a pretty Valentine message, or you could use a Cricut to write out whatever you wanted to write out. But I'm kind of a simple gal. I just wanted to do something, and I love to write with these like little goofy lettering. And so I wrote "To you, love me," and then I put all my little dots to fix anything that was a little wonky. So there's a tip for you. If you have a wonky letter, you can just put the little dots around it, and it looks like, oh, okay, cute, meant to do that, when really you didn't. And for the top part of the card, when you open it, I wanted there to be just a little something. So I took another label, the longer one, and I took my skinny Valentine marker, and it's a little bit darker because you need a darker color on that beige background to really pop, and wrote "Happy Valentine's Day." And to me, it really finished it off, and it wound up being so, so cute. And can I just say, I had so much fun making these Valentines and coming up with different ideas, and I thought it was so sweet and such a way to tell people that you love them on Valentine's, right? I actually already gave one to my dad, and he really thought it was cute, so that made me happy. But here's our finished products. Don't these look gorgeous? I really think that these are a jumping off point. You could absolutely make these so much cuter with lots of glitter and jewels and all kinds of things. But I hope that you enjoyed this video and really get to have some fun during this next season of love.